Have you ever experienced that thrilling moment when you buy a new designer handbag? You post it on Instagram, get likes, feel satisfied. But strangely, that joy doesn't last as long as you expected. Today we'll explore Epicurus's Ataraxia, the secret to true happiness that this ancient Greek philosopher discovered 2,300 years ago. Why chatting with friends brings 100 times more joy than luxury bags. This slide asks the fundamental question, which brings you longer-lasting happiness? Buying a new designer bag or having a heartfelt conversation with an old friend? We who live in the modern world face this choice every single day. We're constantly under endless consumer pressure, exposed to glamorous lifestyles on social media, feeling pressure to succeed. Yet here's the paradox. The more possessions we have, the more anxiety we experience. We're choosing between fleeting stimulation from external sources and deep tranquility arising from within. This isn't merely a personal issue, it's a global reality backed by shocking statistics. According to a 2024 global consumer stress study, 70% of consumers worldwide experience stress related to consumption. Even more surprising, the average satisfaction duration after luxury purchases is just 2 weeks. Meanwhile, burnout syndrome cases are rising across all developed nations. Here's the brutal truth. All our efforts to become happy are actually making us more miserable. This is the modern paradox we need to face. When you think of Epicurus, you probably think hedonist, right? You imagine someone who just enjoys everything and ignores morality. But this is closer to malicious propaganda spread by his rival philosophers. The real Epicurus was completely different. His actual life was remarkably simple. He found genuine joy in just bread and water. He created the garden, which wasn't just a school but a space for learning and conversation with friends. Most revolutionary for his time, he accepted women and slaves as equals. This misunderstood philosopher actually lived the principles of simple living and meaningful relationships. What Epicurus pursued was ataraxia, complete tranquility of mind. This doesn't mean numbness or indifference, but deep peace arising from wisdom. Think of it like how the ocean depths remain perfectly calm during surface storms. That's the kind of inner stability unshaken by external chaos that ataraxia represents. In modern terms, this means mental stability and freedom from anxiety and worry. It's about achieving balance by distinguishing what's truly important from what's not. Most importantly, it's sustainable happiness. Inner joy that's completely independent of external circumstances. Epicurus classified all human desires into 3 distinct types. First are natural and necessary desires. These are essential and must be fulfilled. We're talking about food, water, sleep, and safety. Think healthy meals and sufficient rest. These are non-negotiable for human well-being. Second are natural but unnecessary desires. These are optional. Delicious food, fine wine, and romance fall into this category. The principle here is simple. Enjoy them if they're available, but don't pursue them with anxiety. If you have them, great. If not, you're still okay. Third are vain and empty desires. And this is where things get dangerous. Wealth, power, fame, and yes, designer bags. These status symbols are dangerous because they can never be fully satisfied. The result? You get trapped in what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. Here's the perfect example. How long does the joy from a designer bag actually last? There's initial excitement, but it quickly fades, and then you want something even more expensive. It's an endless, unsatisfying cycle. Let's compare designer bags versus friend conversations side by side. Modern neuroscience supports Epicurus's insights perfectly. UCLA researchers discovered that material purchases and experiential purchases affect the brain completely differently. Designer bags come with high costs and short satisfaction periods. They create endless desire escalation, make you constantly worry about others' opinions, and trap you in that hedonic treadmill. Friend conversations, on the other hand, are free or low cost. They create lasting memories, deepen relationships, provide genuine emotional support, and bring authentic tranquility. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Epicurus said, "Of all the things that wisdom provides for happiness throughout the whole of life, the greatest is the possession of friendship." This wasn't just philosophy. He lived it. Epicurus's garden was more than a school. It was a genuine community. It was a space for learning and mutual support, a safe place where people could feel authentic connection. Most remarkably, it fostered equal relationships that went beyond the social prejudices of ancient Greece. This was true friendship in action, creating bonds that transcended societal barriers. We face a modern friendship crisis. Sure, we have hundreds of friends on social media, but here's the reality check. How many real friends can you actually call at 3 a.m.? COVID-19 revealed the harsh truth about the preciousness of those who truly stand by you. Modern psychology research supports this with solid scientific evidence. Harvard's famous 80-year study found that the biggest factor in human happiness is good relationships. Stanford research shows people with friendships have significantly lower stress hormones. Most shocking of all, social isolation has a health impact equivalent to smoking. So how can we practice ataraxia in daily life? First, organize your desires. Before shopping, ask yourself this crucial question: do I really need this, or am I just trying to show off? Look at role models. Many celebrities are now choosing minimalist lifestyles. Here's a practical tip. Take 24-hour consideration time before any major purchase. Focus on satisfaction, not possession. Second, try digital detox. Set aside 30 minutes of phone-free time daily. Clean out your social media accounts. Unfollow anything that triggers anxiety. Block unnecessary notifications that constantly interrupt your peace. Third, increase time with real friends. Instead of endless texting, meet in person for genuine conversations. Try park picnics for free happiness. Have heart-to-heart chats at local cafes, or cook together for shared joy. Fourth, practice small pleasures consciously. Find luxury in a warm cup of tea. Lose yourself in your favorite music. Take leisurely walks. Read meaningful books. The key is to consciously seek out small but certain happiness in everyday moments. As Epicurus said, a truly rich person isn't someone who has a lot, but someone who knows how to be satisfied enough. This represents a complete paradigm shift. Old thinking says possession equals happiness. New thinking realizes that satisfaction equals happiness. Epicurus's message is simple. Good things are easy to obtain. There are already many real treasures around us. A family member's warm words, a friend's sincere care, our healthy body and mind, and the preciousness of ordinary daily life. These cost nothing yet provide lasting joy. Let me suggest this week's practice challenge with specific tasks you can start today. Monday is for desire check. Review all the items in your shopping cart and honestly ask if you really need them. Tuesday through Thursday, commit to a digital break. Spend 30 minutes of phone-free time daily and use that time for tea and reflection. This weekend, prioritize a real friend meeting. Meet someone in person instead of just texting, and focus on conversation without phones. These simple steps can transform your relationship with happiness. Here are specific small pleasure ideas you can practice immediately. Start with morning sunlight. Step outside and appreciate it with genuine gratitude. Take nature walks and really listen to natural sounds around you. Read good books and savor meaningful passages that resonate with you. Listen to your favorite music with full immersion, not as background noise. Drink warm beverages slowly and mindfully, feeling each sip. Remember this key insight. All these things cost absolutely nothing, yet provide far more lasting happiness than any designer bag ever could. Epicurus left us with this eternal message. When we exist, death is not yet present, and when death is present, we no longer exist. Therefore, live this present moment fully. His core insights are profound and practical. Real luxury isn't about expensive items, it's undisturbed time with loved ones. Real growth comes from pursuing inner peace over external validation. Real wealth is deep bonds with trustworthy friends. And real success, that's achieving peace of mind. Ataraxia. This is the timeless wisdom that remains as relevant today as it was 2,300 years ago. The final message is about creating your own garden, just like Epicurus did. This means building a space with real friends, where heartfelt conversations flow naturally, where relationships grow together, and where peace and joy bloom naturally. Tonight, instead of browsing online shopping for that designer bag, reach out to someone precious in your life and have a heartfelt conversation. Share your thoughts, listen deeply, connect authentically. That's exactly the beginning of true happiness that Epicurus discovered 2,300 years ago. The garden of friendship and genuine connection is waiting for you to cultivate it. Now let's share together. Engage with us in the comments section. Tell us about your small pleasures. What simple things bring you genuine joy? Share things that are more precious to you than luxury items. Share your experiences comparing real friends versus social media friends. What differences have you noticed? Stay tuned for our next story in the Ancient Wisdom for Modern People series. Our next episode explores life advice from Stoic philosophers, focusing on the mindset for turning trials into opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Have a peaceful day, and remember, true wealth is already within your reach.